If you've been looking for a luxury new construction home in Florida that gives you incredible indoor and outdoor living space, this is the one you need to see. Today, I'm in Two Rivers, one of the most exciting new construction communities in the Greater Tampa Bay area. And this community actually has multiple builders ranging from home prices starting in the mid 300,000s all the way to high-end luxury homes. And today I am showing you the epitome of luxury. Today we are previewing the Key West 2 floor plan. This is an absolutely breathtaking floor plan. You're going to love what you see. So this particular area in this community is actually called Realtor, and this floor plan is the Key West 2. Like I talked about, it spans over 4,250 square feet. So first of all, the exterior, as you're pulling up into the main driveway, is just really high-end and luxurious. This is one of their top-selling floor plans. It is a 2-story floor plan with a 3-car garage. So this is actually right now the main sales center, so that's why you don't see the main garage doors here. And I apologize for all of the construction process. They're installing sod in this area here right in front of the main sales center, so excuse all the construction noise. But so this exterior area has brick pavers for the driveway. You have gorgeous stone elevation, coach lights here. It's a 3-car garage, so perfect for storing like a golf cart or, you know, extra storage space. 2-story floor plan, and a really incredible thing about this community here with this builder is that they're putting tile roofs. So it's, you know, really long lasting, great protection from all of the elements here in Florida, and it just looks really nice and high end. So you have lots of windows all along the 2nd story. The 1st story, you have some windows here and here as well. And then you have like a little covered entryway area here with some stone on this particular elevation. Of course, the elevation are all of the exterior architectural elements. So it really does depend on what elevation you pick for your particular floor plan. And it's going to vary even on the exterior of the colors of the home. But this really just gives you an incredible just curb appeal. The landscape package that is included here as well is very Floridian, very high end. And I know for a lot of people that are relocating to the Tampa area or Florida, the one thing that's in the back of their mind is hurricanes or storms and lots of heavy rain. One of the fantastic things about purchasing new construction is that many of these communities are actually built and leveled up. They come equipped with lots of storm drainage systems. There's a lot of retention ponds that help with any potential additional water or storm runoff or anything like that. So new construction makes a fantastic option because of those concerns with storms and hurricanes. The other thing is that many builders, depending on the builder, include hurricane windows and things like that. So that's why new construction is a great option if you are at all concerned about storms and hurricanes. And then in addition to that, if you want to know which areas are less prone to flooding or further inland that would be less affected by a hurricane instead of areas that are right off of the coast of Florida, you need to reach out to my team and I to help guide you through that process so you're relocating to the area that is the right fit for you. Now, with an exterior just this incredible, I think you're really going to love everything I have to show you on the inside. Let's take a look. So one of my very favorite things about this particular floor plan is the soaring 12-foot ceilings that just give this entryway such a grand feel. It's very elegant, it's very luxurious, and this floor plan overall is very bright and airy and elegant. And here off of the main foyer area, we come straight into the den or study area. So this is actually at the very front of the home. It's very private, even though it is at the very entrance of the home. You can definitely add some French doors here to close this off, but you'll be able to overlook your really beautiful front yard area. And this is a very well appointed space. As you can see, they've staged it here with furniture pretty much all across the width of this main wall, and it doesn't feel crowded whatsoever. It's very spacious. You have tray ceilings as well as the overhead lighting. And again, with the 12-foot ceilings, this area just feels very open and spacious. So it's directly in front of this main foyer entryway area. And this entryway also has tray ceilings up here on the main ceiling area. You have large, elegant tiles here all along the entryway. And then as we make our way to the left-hand side of the home, we will find two of the bedrooms that share one bathroom here. So this is one of the very front bedrooms here. Again, all tile in this area is the way that they've actually designed this particular model home. But of course, you can customize the type of flooring that you'd like for your home. Then you have a closet here. It's not walk-in, but it is very spacious. So I'll go ahead and show you inside. So you can actually do like a custom shelving situation here, custom organization, and make really great use of all of this space. We have a window here. And overall, it's a very well distributed layout. It's a spacious bedroom. And then as we make our way this way, we come to the very first bathroom in this floor plan. And actually, depending on what you decide to do structurally, you can customize the number of bedrooms and bathrooms. But I think overall, this layout is very well thought out, with these front bedrooms up here sharing this one bathroom. And it's still kind of private up here in the main front section of the home. And then I'll show you guys the incredible great room area. You are definitely gonna love that. So they have a shower tub combo here with tile all the way up to the ceiling. You have quartz countertops. A nice window there for nice natural lighting. And then, like I said, this bathroom is shared by this other bedroom as well. So this one feels a little bit smaller than the first bedroom we actually looked at, but I mean, we have pretty large sized furniture in here, but even then, you still feel like you have enough space in here. So definitely this is staged as, you know, a traditional bedroom, but I could definitely see multi-generational living in this particular floor plan. Now, you wouldn't necessarily have like a private ensuite with your bathroom by any means, but it would make a really great arrangement and a great setup as a guest bedroom with that bathroom right there straight off the hallway area, or like I said, a multi-generational living space. So the really neat thing about this particular floor plan is that even though it's technically a 2-story floor plan, it's really more like all of the main living done on the very first story. So it gives you the opportunity for great entertainment, unwinding, and just a really elegant space. And you'll see exactly what I mean when we go up to the second story, which is coming right up. So stay tuned for that. But let me show you this incredible great room, kitchen, living, and dining room area. It's amazing. Now, these two main bedrooms up at the front of the home connect to the main foyer area, which leads us to this incredible great room and kitchen area. And man, if you want luxury, if you want an entertainer's dream kitchen and home just to host and have family get-togethers, have friends, and just really live that luxury Florida lifestyle, this is the floor plan for you. So I have not seen this anywhere else, and this is such a unique concept and design. So the builder actually has designed this floor plan to have the main kitchen island right here in the heart of the kitchen. So this is a waterfall countertop area, which just screams luxury. It's so high end, it's so beautiful. But the really unique feature of this kitchen is they've actually lowered this main island area here and have converted it like a connected table or eating section right here straight off of your kitchen island. So I can totally picture coming home with your kids after school, making dinner, having your kids be doing homework right here, right off of the kitchen island, everybody hanging out as a family while homework is getting done, dinner is being made, or doing like a family game night where you're playing board games here off of this main section, or you're just, you know, doing your day-to-day dinner and breakfast here in this area. But wait until I show you the main dining room area. So let's take a closer look at this kitchen. So you have 42-inch cabinets here up at the top. You have an expansive array of cabinets with multiple sizes that wrap all around this kitchen area. You have these just extraordinary beams all along the ceiling area, as well as just incredible lighting here. So you have over cabinet lighting up at the top, which just takes this kitchen to the next level. And then you have under cabinet lighting, very minimal backsplash selections that were made here, like minimalistic but very luxurious. You have a gas range, which is the number one thing all of my relocation clients ask about is, hey, where are the gas communities in the Greater Tampa area? This is one of them. If you're from up north or maybe from the West Coast like California and you're used to your gas range communities, this is definitely one of them. So actually here in Florida, the majority of communities are all electric. So it's a big shock for all of my out-of-state people when they have to switch over to electric. So here you have your built-in oven. Now I believe this is a microwave. And then you have additional storage up here. And what I truly love about this kitchen design is that you have so much cabinet space and so much storage. And if you saw last week's video, which I'll link down below here in the description, that kitchen that we saw didn't actually have an official pantry section, but you'll probably be very pleased to see that this particular floor plan has plenty of cabinet space, plus this really nice walk-in pantry. And this is one of my favorite things that they actually did with the space. Oh, where's the light? There we go. They did custom shelving in here. So it's not your run-of-the-mill wire racks. You know, they upgraded this. And I think if I was designing this home, this is definitely something that I would add during my construction process, is like a custom built-in shelving system for the pantry, because we all know it's the area that just, no matter how much you try to organize it, it can get pretty disorganized. So lots of cabinet space, lots of shelves, and then several drawers here for additional storage. So honestly, so much flexibility with what you can do in this kitchen space. A beautiful refrigerator here. And so you have all of these bar stools that have been staged to really show you how much seating you truly have all in this area. But then as we come around this way, they've actually done what seems to be like a formal dining room section, yet it's still connected to the main great room area. So it doesn't feel so formal, yet it's still connected. And a lot of builders have officially done away with the formal dining room sections in the home. And I'm just curious, what are your thoughts on that? Tell me below in the comments. Do you like the formal dining room setup? I think it definitely varies on how people entertain, what people want in the type of setup in their home based on their lifestyle. So they have an 8-seat dining table here, and then you have these little windows up top to have a very bright, airy feeling. with this section here. So it's still very connected with the main entertainment space of the home, but it's also kind of like formal, but not too formal. I'm not sure if that's making sense, but in terms of the interior design, the way this home has been staged, it's very elegant, but it's also kind of moody and high-end, minimalistic, but glam all at the same time. And as you face directly in front of the dining room area, you come into the main living room / great room area, and this is just gorgeous. You have the beams running all along the ceilings here from the entire width of the space here in the great room. And it's just such a luxurious layout and floor plan. And you have a ton of furniture here, and this space still feels really wide open. So you can have a dinner party, you can host for the holidays, you can be cooking, you can be entertaining, the kids can be hanging out, you can have your formal dining room area there, and you still have plenty of space for everybody. And then this is a really unique setup in this floor plan, and I'm curious what you would do for this space or how you would make this space functional for your family. So the way it's actually been staged is they've kind of done a mix of a high-end, like fashion type room sitting area where they've, really designed it with these fashion elements here. And so I could definitely see this being like an extended home office space. You could do like a nook reading area. You can also do like a section for your kids to be able to do their homework. You could do a hobby room, a craft room. So I'm curious, what would you do with this space? It's a very well appointed space here with lots of natural lighting overlooking the incredible backyard area. I'm going to show you that next because it is absolutely breathtaking. This builder features multiple floor plans, and if you're trying to figure out if this is the right builder for you or what floor plan is the right fit for you, reach out to my team. We're the #1 relocation and new construction team here in the Greater Tampa Bay area. We help home buyers just like you make the move to the Greater Tampa Bay area. So contact us for a custom relocation consultation. So imagine living in Florida during the summer and you have this incredible backyard that we're actually gonna take a much closer look at. So you have this expansive slider here, which actually in this particular model home, this is tied and locked up, so we can't take a preview of the backyard area through here, but that's actually not an issue because a really amazing thing about this floor plan is that you actually have a pool bath down here. And so this pool bath, first of all, when you look at the main entrance here into the pool bath, look how beautiful this is. So you have floor to ceiling tile. And the way they designed it is they did like this really cool contrast with the like charcoal gray black here. And then they complemented that with like an ivory or soft white tile here. It just looks really cool and luxurious. It has a small little seat there, and it's a sliding glass door here. So this is a really cool bathroom. And then you have a quartz countertop here. Tile flooring extends all along this main living area here on the first floor. You have this really good storage section here for all of your linens. So the really cool feature is this pool bath door here. So if you're hosting, if you're entertaining, you're not dragging a ton of water through all of the main living spaces, and people can just shower, change here in the main pool bath area. So you have an extended covered lanai here. So this would come when you're building your home, this would be your extended covered lanai. But as an added feature, you actually have the option with this builder to build a pool during the construction of your home, or you always have the option to do that post-closing with an independent pool company. And then they also added a screened cage here in the lanai. And one of the biggest issues we have in Florida is all of the bugs. So this is a really great way to kind of mitigate all of the bugs and mosquitoes, and you can still enjoy all of your pool area. Or even if you're not swimming in the pool, you can still do, you know, a cookout or something like that and not have to worry about all of the bugs. So they have this screened cage lanai area here with a beautiful spa section, the waterfalls, just a really pretty, elegant pool. And then this home site actually overlooks this main pond area. And then in this community, you will actually find that the majority of home lots are overlooking either conservation sections or just these really beautiful pond views. This is one of my favorite things about this community. And the developer actually spent millions and millions and millions of dollars in the landscaping of the main entrance to this community. And you can really tell that the developer has just really gone above and beyond to make all of the main entryways and the main community entrances really high-end and luxurious. And they've also kept a lot of greenery, which is nice because for the most part in new construction, you have a lot of like flat land and not a lot of mature vegetation. So they've invested in all of the higher end, more expensive, more mature landscaping to just really start off with all of the mature landscaping. So these are those sliders there, and then all of this area is that little sitting room area that we saw inside. So just a really beautiful space. You could do your outdoor kitchen here. You can do a lot of hosting, a lot of entertaining. So as you can see, you're really living, the main living space really is all on this first floor. So before we make our way to the second story, I want to show you this incredible laundry room setup. Check this out. So straight off of the main kitchen area here, we have the laundry room area, and the laundry room is actually on the first floor, and this is a huge laundry room area. You have a beautiful window here for really pretty natural lighting. You have cabinets that have been added here on this area. So this could actually be utilized as a mudroom, little drop-off station, because actually to my right here is the garage door connection to the main home. So you have this really great space for like a soaking tub, or to do any type of like hand washing or scrubbing, like equipment, anything like that, sports equipment. You have this pull-out cabinet here for a trash can to be nice and tucked away. So you have a front load washer and dryer setup here. This is just really beautiful. They have the built-in cabinets, the shelving, the backsplash area, really high-end countertops here. So just a very well thought out, distributed area here to make this space really functional. And then here you actually have another storage closet area that is underneath the stairs of the home. So you could probably store like seasonal things in here, or you know, make an extra like dry stock pantry section, store larger appliances or things like that. And then I love that they show the option here for these cabinets to have everything nice and tucked away. But if you have a young family, young children, I could definitely see this as a space where in lieu of the cabinets, you could do some built-in shelving, a little station right here, maybe to store some shoes, hang your backpacks. You don't really need coats here in Florida, so not necessarily a coat section or anything, maybe a raincoat or an umbrella section, but just a really great space to make it very functional for day-to-day living. And so actually, as we make our way this way, we're coming up onto the second story, and they've actually staged and designed this second story with hard flooring, which just adds another really nice high-end touch. They have the wrought iron staircase here. And then up on the second story, all of this main living area is all carpet area. So when we're talking about multi-generational living, this is what I'm talking about. You can have all of your main living on the first floor. And then if you have older children or maybe guests that you want to accommodate on the second story, you could definitely set up your home situation to be that way. So here, straight away from the staircase, we actually come into one of the main bathrooms up here. You have dual vanities with undermount sinks, really nice high-end cabinets. This is a very large bathroom, tile throughout, nice 5¼ inch baseboard, shower tub combo here with floor, well, it's not technically floor, but tub to ceiling tile. So you do have a shower light there, and then the main bathroom lighting here. So fantastic distribution, really great use of this space. And so this actually connects or is right next to another linen closet. And this is just really nice. Much better than the traditional wire racks that you see most builders include. So then this is one of the bedrooms upstairs. So it's technically a walk-in closet, but it's a little deceiving with the way it's set up, because if you're just looking at it on first glance, you just think it's a traditional, just little closet section here, but you can technically walk in. So this is actually really unique because it is a little bit deceiving in terms of the space that you have here. So it's much larger than it looks like at first glance. What I love about this particular bedroom is that you have those double windows there. And I mean, just check out this view. It's so pretty. And I mean, just check out this view here. This particular home site overlooks this pond out here. So again, depending on the home site you pick, some of these things are going to look a little different. But that's really the number one thing that is unique in every community is the lot, because there will never be a community that has two lots that are the exact same. So that's one thing my team and I really focus on when we're onboarding new clients and really talking about what their goals are, is just really making sure the home site is something that really checks off all of the boxes for you, because that's literally the only thing that is unique and specific to your particular home. Somebody could have the same exact floor plan and of course change and modify structural upgrades, but the home site is what's very unique. So here we actually have an additional bedroom. Again, it's a very well appointed bedroom. Now this is not a walk-in closet, but it is very spacious. So the builder did actually stage this home with carpet on the second story, but I'm curious, if you were to design this particular floor plan and layout, would you include carpet all on the second story, or would you include hard flooring? All right, and the last space you have to see in this second story is this bonus room. Now, many builders on the second story, they'll do things like a loft or a little built up or built out section, but this floor plan is really unique because it's actually a bonus room. And I've had multiple clients that are kind of like, not necessarily downsizing, but they're switching up their living arrangements. Maybe some of their kids have gone off to college, or maybe they're having kids who are a little bit older now, maybe getting to the tail end of high school, starting college, and maybe commuting to college in the area. And so what they actually want in their floor plan is the main living space all on the first floor, including the owner's suite, which, by the way, we haven't seen that. So stay tuned because I'm gonna show you that next. So that you can have all of your owner's suite, your multi-generation living downstairs, and then upstairs, I've had clients that want their older children upstairs, and then this is kind of like their little living room area, game room, or an area where I've had clients actually make this bonus room area the main bedroom for some of their older children. So you could really customize and diversify what you would do with this space. So they have some faux brick all along this wall. So you have like a formal sitting, actually not formal, you have like an official living area down here in this section. So you could do kind of like an informal movie night type of thing, and you're still hosting and entertaining downstairs, and maybe you have some of the kids upstairs watching a movie or hanging out, or maybe you're into like maybe putting a pool table up here. This would also make a really great craft room, a homeschooling room. This would be a perfect setup for that. They've added like a little built-in tiny kitchenette here. So you have the wine fridge, you have an undermount sink with this really pretty countertop, these custom cabinets and shelving. So this is really cool because it's private from the main living space. It's kind of hidden, it's kind of secluded, so it's really private. And actually downstairs, the sales agents are having conversations with buyers who are looking to purchase a home, and you and I are still having a conversation upstairs, and it still feels really private, really secluded. So this is a really cool setup up here. By the way, and speaking of sales agents, this builder actually pays for buyer agent representation. So if you're looking to purchase a home, I highly recommend being represented by a buyer's agent. So it's essentially an agent that is only representing you, the buyer. At the end of the day, the sales agent works directly for the builder, has the builder's best interest in mind. So that's why you want to partner with my team and I. We walk you through the entire new construction process from start to finish, helping you narrow down the area, community, location, builder, floor plan, home site, design center upgrades, contracts, options, negotiations, inspections, repairs. And yes, I do recommend an inspection even with a new construction home. So my team and I, we help you navigate the ins and outs of the new construction process, as well as help you navigate the relocation process if you're looking to relocate to the Greater Tampa area. So even if you think, well, I'm not necessarily moving until next year, 2026, or maybe even 2027, we want to start having conversations today because there's multiple things that we need to line up and have in place to factor in build time, relocation time. There's multiple moving pieces that come with purchasing a home. So reach out to us today so we can help get you started and help put a plan in place together to help you have a really smooth and successful relocation process. All right, so let's zoom out a little bit and talk about why you should pick Two Rivers. So Two Rivers is located in the Greater Tampa Bay area. We are located in the suburban area of the city of Zephyrhills, which is bordering right near the city of Tampa, as well as the very popular Wesley Chapel suburb. So it's interconnected to the main Greater Tampa area, but what makes this area really unique is all of the beautiful preserved area we have here at Two Rivers. You have scenic walking area, we have conservation area. So it's just a really beautiful location itself. So we're located here in East Pasco. Pasco is the county. It's the East Pasco County area, right off of State Road 56, 54, as well as 301. So you're just minutes away from all of the shopping and dining in the Wesley Chapel area. You're probably about a 20-minute drive from the Tampa premium outlets and all of the restaurants there. You're also about a 15 to 20-minute drive from the shops at Wiregrass Mall, which is like the outdoor mall area. You're again like 15 to 20 minutes from Costco, Sam's Club. There's a brand new Publix being built right near this particular section we're in called Riles. And Riles is a gated community area. So you have multiple builders, multiple price points. If you're looking for luxury, if you're looking for high end, this builder is it. This is where you want to build. So there's multiple options here in this particular section with this builder. You can do two options. You can buy a quick move-in home, which is essentially a track home or a spec home that has already been predetermined and pre-designed by the builder. And then you can also go the more semi-custom route where you can choose your home site, you can choose the floor plan and do, you know, your traditional base price, and then you can design all of the structural changes and all of the design elements from flooring, carpet, home exterior, lighting, paint, flooring. Like, you can do it all with this builder. They have a massive design center where you can really just go all out and make this your dream home. One of the main reasons why people are also moving to Two Rivers is you're somewhat in the suburb area. This is a more rural area, kind of more relaxed, but you're still close enough to the Greater Tampa area. So you're about 45 minutes to the downtown Tampa area. I'd say 45 minutes to maybe an hour from Tampa International. You're about an hour away from Orlando, and you're about an hour to an hour and 10 minutes away from beaches like Clearwater. So you can fly out of town over the weekend for like a long weekend and then fly back home, and you're really close to the international airport. You can spend a staycation at some of the local beaches, which is what my family and I do all the time, and you're still centrally located enough to be close enough to Tampa and still close enough to all of the beaches and everything the Florida lifestyle has to offer. If you're watching this and you're thinking about relocating from out of state, I'd love to connect with you and chat more about the area to see if this is the right fit for you. Now, I mentioned we have two options. You have the semi-custom route, and then you have the spec or quick move-in type product. So for this particular floor plan, I have certified pricing here in my hand. So if you were to call me today to take advantage of today's prices, there is the Key West 2 floor plan, which is the one that we are in with the Mediterranean A elevation. And that is for completion sometime in September or October of 2025. And that's literally right around the corner. So the way that particular floor plan has been structurally designed would be for a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom, plus a den, and this bonus room that we're in upstairs with a 3-car garage, right at 4,250 square feet. You'd be looking at $1.2 million for that home, all in, out the door, which is an incredible value for everything you'd be getting in that home. It's absolutely beautiful. So if you want more information on exactly what design packages or design features come in that home, reach out to our team. We can get you all of the information. Now, the Key West 2 is one of the top selling floor plans, but let's say you were to do the modified smaller version, which is the Key West 1, you're looking at right under $1 million for that floor plan, just shy of 3,000 square feet, 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom bonus room, plus a 3-car garage. So this particular floor plan is a part of the Artisan series, and these are 70-foot wide home sites. Now, if you don't need something so large, and maybe you're looking for something a little bit smaller, let's say on a 60-foot lot, you can still get an incredible home on some of these smaller home sites. So for example, we have the Granada 2, as of today, priced just shy of $1 million. And then the Biscayne 2, which is a very popular floor plan by this builder, and it's priced at just shy of $1 million. And these are all for completion as early as May, which at the time of recording, it's May 2025. And the furthest out that they have these inventory homes is September or October 2025. And there's also some incredible builder incentives. But before we get into that, I want to go ahead and tell you what the price would be if you were to build from scratch. So this Key West 2 floor plan, the base price starts just right around $984,000 for base price. And then of course, you have to factor in your lot premium. There are some incredible lots in this neighborhood. And then of course, you would design your home at the design center. So you would be factoring in whatever you're spending at the design center, and that can range really depending on what upgrades you get with this particular home. So base price right around $984,000. And again, there's multiple floor plans from this builder. So if you're curious to know more about their floor plans, which one is the right fit for you, pricing, incentives, reach out to my team and I, and we can get you connected with all of that information. And again, the builder's agent or the sales agent represents the builder. We highly encourage buyers to be represented by a realtor/buyer's agent throughout their design process and contract process to really navigate the ins and outs of building your dream home. And that's what we're here to do. So reach out to us, let's set up a Zoom consultation, and we'll really go in depth on what it is that you're looking for, and we'll help you put a plan in place so you make sure you're moving to the right area, to the right community, and into the right home. So Two Rivers is an incredible community, and one of the really amazing things is it's a newer community. Some of these builders have been building here for maybe a year or so, or a couple of months, and there's new builders coming into the neighborhood as well. So if you want to really maximize your investment, buying early on in the development of the neighborhood is actually very strategic, because you're always going to get the best pricing, the best incentives when a neighborhood is brand new. And of course, whenever you're ready to buy is always the right time to buy, as long as, you know, everything works out with where you need your timeline and things to be. But if you're really wanting to take advantage of everything Two Rivers has to offer, now is the time to do so. Now, this particular section, like I mentioned, is located in the Riles section of Two Rivers, and Two Rivers spans just all across State Road 56. You're also right off of US Highway 301, so you're a straight shot into Tampa. So the really unique thing about buying in this section of the community is you're automatically a member of the landing. And I have the full pamphlet here because I don't want to miss out on any of the details about the landing. So the landing is basically a club that is part of the neighborhood. So anybody who is part of the Riles Field, Fairwood, Hammock Villages, Shortgrass, Tamarack, or Delilah, I believe that's how you say it, in Two Rivers, you have access to this club. So it's unique to these villages. So it includes fitness and wellness centers. So there's a yoga lawn, free weight area, training machines, cardio machines, all of these state-of-the-art fitness center equipment. You also have aquatics, so you have a 6-lane lap pool, a lagoon pool, and a slide tower. There's lots of gathering spaces for weekend events or event lawns and things like that, and gatherings. There's racquetball, sports courts. So you have 8 pickleball courts, clay tennis courts, They also have tennis and pickleball lessons and clinics. So if this is something you want to get into, the community offers lessons. There's also kid areas with wide open spaces, playgrounds, pools. So perfect for play dates, taking advantage of summer break, spring break. Now let's talk about all of the dues and fees if you're going to be building with this builder. So for HOA fees, if you're purchasing a single family home with them, it's $423 quarterly. And then there's also a CDD fee, which is anywhere between $1,600 to $2,700 annually, which is actually really good for a CDD fee, and it'll all depend on the size of your home site. So it's going to range. This builder actually also has villas. So if single family isn't for you, they do have paired villas, and those are going to be $384 a month. This particular section of the neighborhood is gated. It includes ultra-fi high-speed internet that is included with your HOA fee. So I personally pay right around 80 to 100 bucks for my internet service provider. So if you're paying an HOA fee of $420 quarterly, that's actually a really great deal because it almost pretty much covers just the HOA, but you're in a gated section, you have ultra-fi, high-speed internet, turnkey, maintenance-free living, you have tile roofs, the paver driveways, resort-style amenities, all of the gorgeous conservation views, and then of course you're located in a really convenient area close to Tampa, Wesley Chapel, and everything this area has to offer. Thanks so much for joining me on today's tour of the Key West 2 floor plan here at Two Rivers. If you'd love to live here or you want help navigating the next steps here in the Tampa market, I'd love to be your go-to guide. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and the notification button so you don't miss my weekly uploads every Saturday to help you make the right move here in the Greater Tampa market. Thanks for watching, and I'll link my playlist here at the end of this video so you can know all about what it's like living in the Greater Tampa area. I'll catch you in the next one.